What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. Jonathan Shane here, the Keto Road functional nutrition therapy practitioner specializing in metabolic health and women's hormones. If you haven't already liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. Hit that notification bell so you can be educated on how to better create a bio-individualized approach to your health. Today we're going to be talking about the need for protein. Now, so specifically in women, I want to address this. Men tend to have a good understanding that you drink protein shakes, you eat meat. Now it's debated chicken, steak, long term, all that nonsense. That's not what this video is for. But they tend to eat a lot of protein. They want to see big biceps. Okay, so when we're talking to women specifically here, it is so important that you get in your protein. And I want to be very clear on this. I'm not talking about 300 grams. I'm not talking about 5 protein shakes a day. Generally, what I see in women that I work with and talk to is they're eating less than 100 grams of protein a day. Even on a ketogenic diet, that is not okay long term for a couple reasons. One, it can lead to muscle wasting. What does this mean? That means when I work with women over 50, menopause, going through menopause, I have gone through menopause. One of the biggest issues I see is they're just weak. They're just weak. They have a hard time getting around the house. They have a hard time lifting things up. They have a hard time being mobile. This is going to do a couple things. One, it's going to downregulate your metabolism. The reason you have to eat so little in order to lose weight is because you don't have a good baseline of metabolic health. Muscle, lean muscle mass is a huge contributor to that, okay? Secondly, they don't have strong tendons and muscles around their ligaments and joints. This leads to greater injury. For example, bone density, there's a study, and I can link it in the comments, or I can comment. If you want to see the study, I can link it, that bone density does not impact risk of injury when it comes to pelvic breaks, okay? What does that mean? That means it's not about the bone. It's about the muscles and ligaments and the strength of that around the bone that secure it during falls, during absorption of energy. We're talking about physics here, right? So lean muscle mass and strong tendons and bones go a long way. And what is one of the #1 contributing factors to that? Protein intake. Let's also talk about your immune system. You have this thing in your immune system called complement proteins. Without complement proteins, you can't respond to antigens and androgens, right? And so because of that, you have a weaker immune system. Your initial front to your immune system to recognize pathogens is not as efficient as it should be. Guess what helps with that? Amino acids. Guess where amino acids come from? Proteins. Hence the word complement proteins, okay? So immune system, risk of injury goes up. Lack of metabolic health goes up. It's just, it's a negative. It's a double negative. It's a triple negative. There is no world in where a little bit of protein is going to go a long way, okay? Now, that being said, how much do you need? There's a couple ways to do this. I'm going to give you a couple of examples, and you can choose one that fits best for you. At the bare minimum, let's do bare minimum first, then we'll build. You need to be eating at least 100 grams of protein a day. I don't care how tall you are. I don't care how old you are. I don't care. If you're not eating at least 100 grams of protein a day, you need to be eating more. What is 100 grams of protein? It is 20 ounces of meat. 20 ounces of meat is 100 grams of protein. That is doable. That is doable, okay? So it's basically a big ribeye. So if you fasted all day and then had a gigantic ribeye that was 20 ounces and ate it all, you'd have 100 grams of protein, okay? You can do this. It just requires you to make better choices. Not going to the sugar-free Lily's all the time for your snack or for part of your meal or part of your calories. If you need to sacrifice that for more meat or a protein shake or some eggs, you need to do it. You need to do it. On that note, dairy is not a good source of protein. Stop doing that. You're eating way too many calories to try and get in the protein. It's a calorie bomb, okay? This little bit of cheese has 7 grams of protein. This much meat in the same section has about 15 to 20, depending on the leanness of the cut, okay? Dairy's not a good option. So 100 grams of protein at the minimum. All right, there's a couple other ways that you can try to figure out how much protein you need. First one is 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. Best way to figure out ideal body weight is to go to your height, go to a BMI chart. Don't look at the BMI numbers, just look at what's the average weight for someone of that height, and then pick the middle, and then go. So for example, someone that's a woman that is 5'8", right? It's gonna be about 145 to 150 grams of protein. It's 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. Simple. Second one, a little bit more accurate because you can go get a DEXA. It costs you about $100. This one's going to cost some money. You go get a DEXA scan, and whatever your lean body mass is, you eat 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. That's also super simple. Another way to do that is, I think it's 1.8 grams per kilogram if you are watching this and you're not from America. Okay? The third option, and this one is the most simple. It's a little bit I wouldn't say it's completely accurate, but if you're just trying to get bare bones simple, you don't want to do a lot of math, take your height in centimeters. So if you are out of the US, this is super easy. You already know your height in centimeters. If you're in the US, just put it in a conversion. Eat 1 gram per pound of centimeter. So if you are 150 centimeters, eat 150 grams of protein. That is the foolproof way to make sure that you're getting in the right amount of protein. Now, what are the best protein sources? Red meat, hands down, best one. We can go into that in another video. If you want to know, put it in the comment section and be like, hey, make a video about this. I'll make a video about it, okay? Now, my 3 phases of keto for women talks about this in the second phase, your protein-focused phase. Shows you how to do that. If you want more information on that, let me know as well. Also, subscribe to our Primal Women newsletter. I'll put that link in the description below. We're going through macronutrients. Right now, we're going through workouts. Just a bunch of good free resources and information. You can also check out theketoroad.com/getting-started, and that will go through, like, if you have enough fat or protein in your diet, you can look at some of those symptoms. We have a shopping list. You can choose from there the protein sources that you want. We have that all listed. If you like this video, if you find this informative, I know it was quick and short, but I just want to get that out there and kind of educate y'all on that. So let me know if you have any questions, and I will see y'all in the next one.